Hey, Facebook Live fam. So happy Friday. Wanted to hop on. I missed y'all last week. I was kind of running around trying to get ready for an out of town trip. But I wanted to come on today and share a little bit. So, who am I? My name is Dr. Delicia Haynes. I'm the founder and CEO of Family First Health Center. I'm double board certified family physician, and I'm a medical student mental health advocate. So I shine a light for medical students in their darkest hours to help them really cope with stress and depression, and that's why I come on and I do these Facebook Lives and soon Instagram Lives to really to help my soon-to-be colleagues shine. So, but I wanted to come on today and share and talk a little bit about getting unstuck and share some keys to how you get unstuck, because all of us are going to go through a period of time where we just feel like we're stuck, and it's no fun, regardless of whether you're dealing with depression or you're just kind of at a point in your life where you just feel like you've kind of plateaued and you're stuck and you're wondering what's your next best step. And it was interesting. I was having a talk with someone who's known me since I think we met in the 7th grade, and she has had the opportunity to see me go through all these phases in my life, and that was one of the things that when we were sharing like what we admire about each other, that was one of the things that she admired about me was how she would consistently see me kind of face adversity and somehow get unstuck and just keep moving forward. And like most things in life, there's certain things that you don't realize you had a system to that you did. But when you sit down and you think about it and you look at all the times that you've had to do it, you realize that you did kind of approach it in a more systematic way. So just wanted to share that. So the first step in getting unstuck is to get into authenticity. So what is that? There's a lot of things that you could be doing, and especially for those of us who have a lot of different talents, and there's a lot of different needs out in the community that you could rise to the challenge and help to heal or help to treat. But I firmly believe that we are all kind of put here with some God-given gifts and talents that really help us to decide what our calling is and what we should be doing. So rather than just doing anything that you have the ability to do, really taking the time to think about who you are and what's important to you, and making sure that the action that you're taking is in line with who you are, because sometimes you're stuck because you're doing things that are just really not in line with who you are personally, and so you have this kind of internal struggle because your actions may be out of line with your values. So the first step is just to really get into authenticity and think about who you are, what's important to you. We did an exercise at one of the workshops that I went to, and one of my classmates, we all had to kind of choose like a mantra of sorts, and one of my classmates had experienced a lot of dis-ease in her life, and so she would bring everything through this filter of, does it bring me peace? So that's what she was looking for. And so whenever she had to make a decision about whether she was going to take on a new opportunity, she would look at it and she would say, does this bring me peace? And if it didn't, she wouldn't do it. So that was kind of hers. And for me, I chose the 3 words: authenticity, faith, and action. The authenticity is, just making sure that I'm doing something, that I'm just being true to who I am in that moment, and who I am at my core. That I'm not doing things that are just totally out of line with my character and my values. So the second thing is to get in faith. So I'm a person of faith. I have a church family here that I'll be seeing in a few moments because Inky Johnson is going to be in town. But faith can mean a lot of things to different people. But having a faith in something that's bigger than you, because when you need to get unstuck, when you need to be drawn forward, you have to have something that's not just about you. So finding something that can actually pull you forward. There's times when we're willing to do things for other people that we're not willing to do for ourselves. And it's great, Haley, it's great when, you have that personal desire to take care of yourself. But there are certain days when it helps to have a bigger cause or something that really helps to draw you forward. So getting to faith, what do you believe in? If you have a spiritual practice, making sure that you're staying with that spiritual practice. And if you don't, find something that works for you. The third step to getting unstuck is to get into action. So, any movement helps. It doesn't have to be a huge step. Every small step in the right direction is a step in the right direction. So, I have, at times in my life, I have a big goal, and I am always looking at the end game and looking at the big goal and forgetting to celebrate all the little tiny steps that I go through to get there. And especially in really in all aspects of my life, but I was just thinking about it with regards to the business that we've built in this practice, because it has been, I had the goal to make sure I had this many patients, or that I was doing this or doing that. And I really didn't appropriately celebrate all of the small steps that got us to where we are now, to where we're at a point where we're going to be adding another physician, which is really exciting for me, that we are going to be able to serve at an even higher level. Getting into action, and again, those small steps, celebrating all those little small steps. And this is especially important when I'm talking to my patients who have depression, when they are in the depths of depression especially, and if they're the type of person that would usually have a to-do list that has 30 things on it, we got to trim that way, way down. So if you get out of bed and you take a shower and you feed yourself, sometimes that is a good day. So just really celebrating every action that you take, because the more small actions that you have, it's going to get you to your larger goal. And objects that are in action stay in action, objects in rest stay at rest. So just getting into a small amounts of action helps you to build that momentum, and once you have a momentum, you become unstoppable. So that third step to getting unstuck is just to make sure that you're getting into action. And then the fourth one is the one that I always forget, and that is to get in community. So as I've said, I'm kind of more of an introverted person, and especially when I'm stressed, and I will have I have to fight the desire to just kind of like go into my shell and work and not talk to anybody, and to just be in my own silo. And I was talking to a lot of my colleagues recently, because I've had the opportunity to go to different schools and kind of share my story, and just have more dialogue about mental health, specifically amongst healthcare professionals. And a lot of them, we face the same issue, is that if something's going on with us, we don't always want to take down anyone around us. We are not good at asking for help. But it's no man is an island. So it's important to stay in community and to build a community. So when it comes to my practice, I'll be attending the Docs for Patient Care summit that is coming up, and it's going to be a lot of different doctors who are either practicing in the direct primary care model that I'm also practicing in, or interested in it, and we're all coming together, to collaborate and to share. And it doesn't have to be a community that is just your profession, but making sure that you have a community of people that are like-minded, have similar values, or are striving towards some similar goals, and that you spend some time with them. So I just want to jump on and share those. I need to get in my nephews so I can get up there and see Inky Johnson and hear him inspire everyone. But I hope that you got a lot of value from that. And so again, the 4 steps to get unstuck. The first one is to get into authenticity. The second one is to get into faith, something that's bigger than you. The third is to get into action, know that every small step is a step in the right direction. And then the fourth one is to get into community. Don't go it alone. Ask for help. So I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Again, I'm Dr. Delicia, board certified family physician and medical student mental health advocate. And I really enjoy shining a light for medical students in their darkest hours to help them overcome stress and depression. And you can follow me across social media at Dr. Delicia MD. That's DrDelicia MD. Take care.